I'm things couldn't be worse. I'm getting a man cold. Um,
Oh yeah.
I would just come on here and start the show by saying that because, you know, um, of the two hosts, I'm definitely in a more unfavorable position than you are. Back surgery, big deal.
Yeah.
Man cold, people should be concerned. So I just
Painful.
wanted to start the episode like that.
What's your rehab about, like, for the man cold? Like, what's the
complain a
prognosis?
lot, gain sympathy when you don't really need it,
Yeah.
make tasks 4 times more difficult than they probably actually are. And
Let me tell you something. I had back surgery on the week of my birthday, and I absolutely crushed in baked goods and desserts.
I thought you were about to say you crushed surgery. Like, yeah, I did so good at surgery.
I did, but I crushed the sympathy and attention. I mean, I don't know if there's a week in my life where I've gotten more catering, literal catering and catering to me than this week.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
The good news is you can't step on the scale because you are parallel to the floor right now. For those who are on YouTube, they know this. If you're curious to see Aaron's chill setup, before we even started pressing record, he's like, "Man, this setup's chill. This looks so cool. I'm just laid down on the couch. We should." And I said, maybe we should do this format just when we're healthy. Just make it totally chill. So yes, Aaron's lying on a couch for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so. His back was cut into and manipulated to feel better. Does it feel better yet, buddy?
Yeah, in ways. Surgery was a breeze. Anyone that ever needs surgery or is scared to, let me just tell you, it's not that bad. It's the after effects that catch up to you mentally. But yeah, I feel okay. It's getting better. It's going to take time. Any nerve damage takes time. If you imagine crushing your funny bone, that's for a split second, and that can linger all day, where your nerves, your ulnar nerve is getting affected by that sort of hit or trauma. So the nerve in my back was, the doctor said, really compressed for 9 days. So is it fixed yet? Do I have full feeling and strength back? No, but he said it wasn't damaged. It just is going to take some time to get back to flowing. So yeah, I ordered some vitamins, some supplements to help with nerve recovery. Good B regimen, some vitamin D, magnesium, some good things. Hopefully will aid in the process. And the incision site, though, the back feels good. I just went for just under a half-mile walk. That's my rehab right now, 5-10 minute walks. So nice. I'm doing all right, but I can't sit. That's why I'm like this. I cannot sit. Sitting is the worst position, and they don't want me sitting for extended periods of time. So here you are. You have lounging Aaron for this episode, and maybe next.
Yeah, the lounger's mindset.
Yeah, I love it.
That's good. And for the record, are you on any drugs right now for listeners, or are you straight?
No, I haven't taken one prescription. I'm proud of this prescription painkiller after having a hole drilled into my back. Some Advil and Tylenol. By day 3, so I had this on Monday. On Wednesday, I was feeling pretty good and did not take any Advil or anti-inflammatory, and that was my only really tough night. I think it caught up to me. I didn't stay ahead of it in terms of back soreness.
Got it.
But other than that, honestly, not too bad.
Yeah, and so you'll be deadlifting 2.5 times your body weight later today, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
I gotta remember, like, I don't classify myself as a funny guy, but I think I have my moments where he chuckles, guffaws. Yeah. So we gotta maybe try to eliminate those moments. You texted me the other day. We were being goofy about something. You're like, "Don't make me laugh."
Yeah. No.
Rattling everything around in there, freshly incised. That's probably not a word, but
yeah, it is true though. as you feel better, you forget, and there's so many normal actions. It's just a reminder again of like your body and its intentions. There's so many normal things that you have to break out of your system. Like there's a ledge on my stairs when I come down the stairs that I always swing on. Like I hang and swing on. It's like a habit. And come down the final 4 stairs. Like I have to constantly be like, oh, like don't do that old thing. And that's where I don't like painkillers. Like I feel like pain is a nice reminder of like how to move properly and not do things that are hurting you. I could see if I didn't have I feel great. I could lift this or that. Like you just have those sort of lapses in judgment. So
Yeah.
no deadlifting. We'll go with slow walks, and then that like boring as shit, like bird dog exercises and clamshells and pelvic tilts until like I go insane. So that's the road ahead.
What, are you better than clamshells?
No, I think they're great for you, right?
They're just boring. Yeah.
It's just like it's starting fresh. I don't know. It's fine. It's I'm excited
you being,
to do it.
For any Seinfeld fans out there, I picture you when you were talking about when you're on painkillers, thinking that you can lift stuff. Mandelbaum from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Mandelbaum, where all generations end up in the hospital because they're all elderly.
Yeah.
Picking up a TV.
Yeah, that's it's go time.
I texted you Mandelbaum.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we can put that scene up. That'd be great.
It's go time.
No one is lifting anything.
The television. This one's for you, Pop. It's go time. Go, my back. Call an ambulance.
We're already in a hospital.
So yeah, birthday on top of it, eh?
Yeah. Good way to start the new year. I feel like it's starting fresh. I'm like, all right, let's rebuild the body. Let's slow it down and then rebuild. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're gonna be like Iron Man, Tony Stark. This is Stark Mindset Podcast. I'm your co-host Seth Macy, and you're you're Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Very cool
stuff.
So birthday was good. Good. I made you and your son do child labor during your recovery and your birthday. Mm-hmm. Your text was from or bleep that out. Your text from your son was hilarious. I am currently working on a project where I needed the voiceover of a young boy. Your son is 10, so it worked perfect. At first, I said to you, I'm gonna try voice acting this because why not? I know that adults voice act kid shows all the time. I'm just gonna give it a shot.
I was like, good luck, bud.
At first, my what I wanted to do was record the script that I had written, go into 11 Labs or something of the sort, and convert it. However, I think this is excellent, and I cued in on it as I was trying to create this solution. The AI companies like 11 Labs that simulate and clone voices, they don't allow voices of minors, which is excellent. I'm on record saying that is great, but I totally didn't even think of that. So I said, okay, plan B, I guess, is me doing it au naturel, mimicking or trying to voice act a 10-year-old boy. Everybody relax. And plan C was going to be to ask you and your son if they would graciously read my script in the most, I guess, authentic of all of the options. So I get into Logic Pro. I realize that this is probably going to take a few takes for me to get it right. I do one take, and I don't want to do any more takes after that, after listening back to it. I hear myself, and I think I texted you, I have the inclination. I said to you, I want to take my laptop, light it on fire, and then dump it in the ocean. That no one needs to ever hear that take ever, because it is so... Think of the cringiest thing you could ever think of and then multiply it by a factor of 10. It was that recording. I deleted the file. I instantly got into my text messages and briefed Aaron on the scope of work and if he would nicely ask his son if he was interested in doing it. Because I recalled your son has voice acting experience. He did that awesome voiceover for your father-son trip a few years ago through the desert with Moterra, I believe it was, the van company. Combined Cotopaxi, I think, in it as well. And it was very well done. So I headhunted, and seems like I didn't hear from you. A few days later, after you said you'd probably be into it, then a few days later, you said it's done. It was like a hitman text. It's done.
Yeah.
And I actually haven't listened to it yet. I'm excited. I'll go do that after.
What?
I haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
But I get this. Can I read the text I got from you?
Well, in a minute. Before that, I was like,
Have I described this properly?
Yeah.
I needed a voiceover, and A was AI, plan A was AI, B was me doing it, which was horrendous in retrospect, and C was getting your son to do it with your guidance. Okay.
Can you do like a paragraph of the voice you tried to use?
Absolutely not. I just told you that I wanted to set my laptop on fire and dump it in the ocean.
Everyone is dying to hear, including myself. I haven't heard it, but
I don't even think I could recreate it. I think I blacked out.
When you were describing it, this was the thought this was the thought in my head as you were describing your plan. I went, that's going to be absolutely awful.
And it was terrible. But you know what? I tried.
Yeah.
I put the effort.
Anyway, I told him about it, and I was like, it's about fucking time you got some work. I've been putting your name out there forever, and you're just not following through. You're just waiting for people to come get some work. This is what it takes, man.
Yeah, you Goggins him?
Yeah. No.
You're 10. You're 10. Well, you should have 10 grand in the bank by now.
Yeah. But I loved how you approached it. You approached it very very legit.
When you say it. You two?
Like
you two?
No,
you're his agent.
Yeah. Right. Approach the idea very like professionally, which was fun to then transfer to him and be like, hey, Seth heard your prior work. He's doing a paid job and he thinks you'd be perfect for this part. It was kind of cool to, I don't know, present it in that way. Like, here are the terms. I don't think it'll take very long. He's going to pay you for your time.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a try?
I want to know. Was he like, or was he like psyched or somewhere in between? Or like, no, it's stupid. And you're like, you will do it.
Yeah. Not that. Neither psyched nor that, but more like, I feel like he felt quiet and proud, sort of. And it was interesting. We haven't done something like this. When was that trip? 2022. 22. So yeah, 3 or 4. It's coming up on 4 years ago. And when I was doing that voiceover with him, he was younger and couldn't read, so he's repeating my lines.
Oh,
and at that time, was he 4 or 5? He was about there. So yeah, he wasn't reading my script. I was reading the script. He would repeat it. I would read the script. He would copy me. He was getting frustrated with any mistakes or felt embarrassed, whatever it may be. This time, like, we did a paragraph at a time and then took a break. We read it once through and then did it. And with mistakes, there's going to be fumbles. There's going to be miswords. If you've ever done voiceover stuff, he was completely cool. He was like, let's do that again. He was saying, like, let's do that again. I messed up that word.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. It was really cool to see the growth in like such a separated time. You know, like, you don't see your mom for 6 months and she's like, oh, you lost weight. And you're like, thank you. Like, someone recognizes it because there's such a break in like the last time you saw her, where she's like, I can really tell all the work that you've done compared to last time I saw you, versus everyone that sees you every day might not mention it. This was a project where we did something like this, like I said, 4 years ago, and to redo it very similarly and to see it like a different kid there was awesome. And I think he did a really good job. And he was getting over a cold. So his voice was like that raspy 10-year-old. It's just perfect. Like I smokes 100 cigarettes a day. But no, it was good though. It was good.
It's so cool to think that he has a portfolio, he has a body of work, and he's 10.
Yeah.
That's really cool, whether he does something with it or not.
Yeah, and it made me think of like
it to him like how you would an adult, obviously, probably with different tonality, but this is the scope of the work. Are you interested? He has the agency to say yes or no. It's paid. It's very cool.
It is cool. And because of podcasting, because of recording stuff with music, like it was a very smooth process as a team. So it was fun to like work together and, hey, you're the talent, but I got everything else, and like send it off and like, hey, here's an MP3 and WAV format of the thing, blah, blah, blah. Like just kind of know the lingo and work together as a team, and made me think, not that I need to get into something new, but just even exploring the idea of like, is this a need out there for?
Absolutely, it's a need. And I explained that at the start because if you need a child's voice for some kind of video or project, you need to either know someone like I did, or you need to hire, or you need to do it yourself, which will likely go horribly.
Horribly.
Because you can't use AI technology, at least not lawfully, from my understanding. So I think I said that to you. I was like, and you already knew this, but I was like, this could be like something for the two of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if he's having fun doing it. By no means am I vouching for putting your children up to something for the sake of capitalism. I'm just suggesting that, if he's having fun, why not? Like, it'd be pretty cool for him to have fun on a project like that and then get, a $50, $100 bill.
Yeah.
And see the final work. Now, I don't know if I went into detail. This is for a camp video. The premise was I wrote out a script that a parent would ideally want to hear from their son's experience at summer camp. So how they were able to do difficult things, how they made tons of friends, how it was the best summer of their life, etc. And I wanted it authentically spoken from a 10-year-old. And this would be the the dialogue that played out through a video, while footage of mine played over top. And the purpose of the video was as a homepage landing video for new parents trying to encourage them to consider sending their boy to this summer camp. That was that's the intention of the video, just for people listening.
Loved it.
Wasn't clear.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm excited to see the final thing and how you pace it and time the lines and all that stuff.
I text you back. This sucks.
Can you do it over?
Yeah. So, but I started this conversation. I realize we're going all over the place today. I started this story with the fact that after it was done, you gave me the Hitman text. It's done. That you had. Sorry. Let me write that down. You had your son send me a text message, and it was the funniest thing I've gotten from your phone, and I'm looking for it right now. Here it is.
This was on Sunday, right?
Yeah. He goes, "Your child labor is ready." Making me work on my dad's birthday and on the first night of Chanukah. I assume that's a blend of Christmas and Hanukkah.
I know, it's just an alternate spelling. Hanukkah.
Oh, I thought it was a blend. I thought maybe you guys did both.
No. Yeah.
So yeah. Your child labor is ready. Making me work on my dad's birthday and the first night of Hanukkah. Nice. Thanks, Seth. I was in tears. I wrote back, I am dead, with the crying faces. And then I realized that he'd probably I'd want to just leave it at that. So then I think I respectfully thanked the both of you and told him how appreciative I was of his work. But that text had me floored.
Yeah. It was funny.
So funny. And then on top of it, earlier that day, I said to you, I texted you. I said, "It is your birthday, period."
Yeah.
Because I
It
don't
is your
wish people
birthday.
happy birthdays unless it's my mother or Haley or somebody of that kind of close-knit family relation. I say,
Yeah.
"It is your birthday." And I said, "This is my stoic recognition void of the label of happy."
Then I went fucking psycho.
Yeah. Trashed his house, threw out his back,
Mhm.
got on the pull-up bar. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on. I'm excited to get into Google Drive and download that and plop your son's voiceover in. I told this is the other thing too. So I actually was texting my summer camp client and I told them about this.
Mhm.
I said I started on something that I think is really cool. I had my podcast co-host have his 10-year-old son write or read a letter with guidance that a parent would ideally want to hear from their son after a camp experience. It's background dialogue written and spoken from the voice of a 10-year-old with footage overlaid over top. I think you'll like it. And they go, "Wow, that sounds amazing," with lots of exclamation marks. Thank you, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So they like the concept. I probably put the cart before the horse, which I tend to do sometimes. I tend to do that with, I feel like, clients who have just liked my autonomous creative decision making repeatedly. So there's a track record of if you come up with a cool concept, they'll love it. Why I say I put the cart before the horse there maybe was that you'd probably pitch the concept first and then go and do it. It's more of a rational approach.
Yeah.
But I think you get a sense of, and it helps, I guess, you build confidence with your creative decision making that this is going to be good. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Should play a clip of it, like just his voiceover, because it is
Right
pretty
now?
cute. Yeah, if you want to pull it up.
Well, how
you
do I
probably
get
just
to play through?
Maybe just use your phone. Do you have your phone or drive?
Yeah.
Maybe I could do it. Maybe I could do it.
You do it.
I'll be quicker because I know
Yeah.
exactly where it is. But yeah, it was.
I haven't
it was
heard it. I'll be hearing it for the first time.
It was awesome, and it's fun to see him work, and you start to gain like personality traits of your kids and see like,
Sure.
oh, that's very much me. Like that day was like, hey, it's your birthday. We're gonna come home. We got to let's have lunch and snack. Let's practice our instruments. That's what we've been doing. Then let's do the voiceover. Like he was
You're
planning
helping
out the
structure
day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Dear Mom and Dad, when I got off the bus at camp, I was really nervous. I didn't know anyone, and I wasn't sure if I'd like it here.
Oh, it's perfect.
Now, I don't want to leave. I've done so many cool things. There's always something exciting here to try. I learned how to paddle a canoe and how to start a fire. And I even learned how to water ski behind a big boat. The best part is, I learned how to be brave. I tried things I never thought I could do.
That's
How
mint.
good is it? How good is
Mint.
that?
He's nailed it.
Yeah.
He's nailed it.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is that whatever he reads is authentic.
Yeah.
You know, like if I read it out, because I think I gave him a pacing guideline, right? Because I read it in my regular voice, folks, not in my
creepy voice.
But whatever I do is not going to be authentic because I'm not 10. And I'm thinking like a person with a fully developed prefrontal cortex in terms of like pacing and emphasis. And he's just going, which is what a 10-year-old would do. So I guess all this to say, you'll never beat the real thing. Maybe this ties in with a lot of our AI versus analog discussion that we revisit on this show. Like I don't know, like it'll take a long time to beat that. But that sounded great.
Yeah.
His voice is different from what I remember, but he's obviously grown up, so.
Yeah, he is. He's 10 now,
wicked,
so.
Wicked. Well, he'll get to see the final product.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
So we're caught up? We're caught up?
We're caught up.
Yeah. Speaking of, you were just saying like seeing kids kind of develop and come into their own. It's amazing how quickly the rate of impression. What am I trying to say? How fast impression lands on kids, like a concept, and then how quickly they're able to apply it after such a minimum amount of repetitions.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an example. So I was looking after my nephew the other day, and I've been trying to get into the habit with him, just when he's having a meltdown or something like that, to be able to like down regulate, right? Like get himself back to a place where he can actually function. Because when kids are wailing, it gets to a point where they don't even know what they're wailing about anymore. It's self-perpetuating. So in moments when he's calm, I think we did this for like a day or two, just sporadically throughout the day. I was teaching him, like, he's 5, just how he can use his breathing as a way to bring himself back down to earth when he's off the rails, right?
Mm-hmm.
And gamifying it a bit too, right? Like, oh, like blow up my fingers as candles, right? And putting your fingers down as he's blowing them. It makes it like a fun game. And saying like, hey, like when you're feeling like you're not feeling so, I don't try not to label, when you're really upset, like you can bring yourself back to feeling a bit better by doing these things, right? So we've only done this for sporadically throughout a day or two, like I said. And the other day he falls completely off a chair onto hard ceramic tile. Just absolute digger. And he's in a ball on the ground. And you're like, okay, here comes the waterfalls, right? The tears.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting there like, okay, what's going to happen? Doesn't look at me. Doesn't look at anybody else. He props himself up a little bit, goes 3 or 4 times, gets up and continues on with his day. And I was absolutely, first of all, I was psyched. I said, that's so incredible. It made me want to quit everything and like try and teach that to more kids. Not that I'm a professional, but just how valuable is that?
Yep.
And I thought to myself, wow, that's like a day of reps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already imprinted. And so your story with, kind of seeing the difference in your son's abilities reminded me of that. And I kind of wanted to share that story because I was like, wow, that's crazy. We haven't been practicing this like at all. I mean, if you did that level of repetition with an adult brain, nothing would have sunk in, by no means. It's crazy.
It's really amazing.
I can see how your work is so rewarding.
Yeah, it is. And I'm going to get to a story in a second. But my son just started viola. He chose viola for his instrument.
That's like the small violin? Smaller?
Actually mid, like bigger than
between that and cello?
Yeah.
It's still on the neck though, right?
It's still on the neck. It's just a bit bigger body.
Okay.
I might have different notes. I'm not sure about that, like lower strings. Unimportant. The important part is he's very diligent about the practice, and they're going very slow at a snail's pace with what they're doing. However, it's been a matter of, I would say, a month, and it's like the skills are there, and it's amazing to see a young kid go from zero, like not knowing nothing about it, to becoming proficient. And it's tough at first, and it's weird, but like they fly over that first plateau, and then just go. And it's almost like I feel like it's a new computer, right? Doesn't have all the crap and documents and old files. It's just like a fresh hard drive. Like
it's beaming.
You want to load something into it, like, and you give it the time, you're going to get it.
It's like when you get a 5G phone for the first time.
Yeah. It's like, whoa. All right. Yeah. So again, cool to see. And in my work, yes, they're a little bit more already imprinted as 11 to 14-year-olds. However, there are these occasions where kids take the advice or guidance and start to make changes despite family pressures or family dynamics, despite friendship, peer pressure, whatever it is, they decide to make changes on their own, and it's remarkable to see. Like, really, what the brain can do and the mindset can do is
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, it's incredible. That's great of you to share that too.
Mhm.
I think we're heading into the holidays. I think you and I just do catch up for this episode. What's been going on? We got some guests lined up. I've reached out to a few while you've been getting bed sores.
No, the one thing I can do is walk and lay down. Those are the two things I can do. So I'm moving around.
Yeah, you're flying, dude. Gonna get a speeding ticket. What else is new? With me, I actually quoted the largest gig I've ever had. And I'll share this not as a way to say, look at me, but as a way to say, look at me. 4 years ago, I was billing for like $300 projects. 4 or 5, 6 years ago, right? Give or take. I don't know. My years are all messed up. But it was pretty cool in the moment when I was pricing everything out. I basically got an email saying, these are all the projects we want done. Could you give us a ballpark of what this would cost? And obviously a ballpark is, you got to be careful with those, right? So when I see that, there's so many things I don't know without a meeting. Like, how far are we driving? What kind of businesses are we? The email is from somebody who was representing other businesses. What kind of businesses are we talking? 7-figure revenue per year businesses. My point being, there's lots of variables. So it's tough when you get those kinds of emails, and I advise against giving an exact, this is what that would cost, roughly. I like giving huge ranges. So this could be, like, at the bare minimum, anywhere from like $1,500 to $6,500. And I put $6,500 plus, right? So you never know. So I wanted to share this, for that advice. If you're gonna give estimates, give wide ranges, because I don't like the idea of giving nothing, being like, well, it depends, and we should really have a meeting. I like saying this is a very wide range, and we should have a meeting. So giving people kind of what they were hoping for in their email, but also suggesting to have a more detailed meeting. Anyways, so by the end, it was around like $30,000 worth of stuff. And I thought to myself, how did I get here? And I mean, that's a small project relative to what you can do. You talk about Coppola, our guy who was on here doing, 6-figure, up maybe close to 7-figure projects, obviously with a lot of overhead and expenses, etc. But I just had one of those moments, where you're like, this is really cool. 5 years ago, we're doing things in the hundreds. And I just asked myself, like, how did we get here? And was just a nice reflection of like, hey man, you didn't stop. You just like kept going, ate a lot of shit, made a lot of mistakes. And by no way am I trying to frame this as like, oh, you've made it. But it was the biggest sum that I've ever come to on an estimate for work that I am more than capable of doing all by myself.
Wow.
And so I wanted to specifically share this today because you and I and everybody listening are no different than one another. Maybe you have different, areas where we're a little bit more or less skilled, whether that's in like editing or people skills, etc. But it's nice to just have confirmation that the real formula to moving forward in anything, whether it's commercial projects or running or your back injury, is like, if I just do enough repetitions of what I need to do, things will move along. And I like little reminders like that because it's so easy with all the noise to not take that little space to have a little look back in retrospect, right?
Yeah.
Because when I asked myself that question, it wasn't like, oh, you're amazing at this, you're amazing at that, and this is why a project like this is coming across your desk. It's coming across your desk because you're just simply still here. You know?
Yeah, you keep growing, you keep it's kind of like fishing. Like you sit at the pond for long enough and you know there's fish in there. Like you might get a small one, a small one, a small one, and then you start throwing out bigger bait might attract bigger fish.
Different kind of day you're throwing different time of day you're throwing out casts, but you never left the pond.
Yeah, it's when you quit and go like, oh, they're not biting today, or I don't have the right stuff, the right tackle, whatever it may be. That's when it certainly does not happen.
Or they're not biting today, but I'll come back tomorrow.
Right. As long as you keep going, like it's hard. I feel like it's hard not to just improve or build, even at a slow pace. It's
I
difficult.
think that's the argument for consistency. Show up for 30 minutes a day rather than not at all.
Yeah. And have like have a direction. Maybe we can make this analogy with something that I'm doing in my life while I'm pretty much on my back or moving. During this time, I said, okay, this is going to be a slow go. What's something I love that I can do? And the answer to that was guitar. I can play on my back and sit there. And I said, well, I've been playing for 20 some odd years. And although I've gotten better, it's only slightly by accident. I've never taken formal lessons or done anything. And I kept seeing like these formal lessons on Instagram sold me again. But I looked up this program and I was like, oh, it's relatively expensive for the year, but it looks really nicely laid out. There's a lot of stuff here. And I'm like, you know what? There was a Thanksgiving sale. I was like, I'm going to purchase this because I'm on my back. Like, I'm not going to be driving. I'm not going to be spending money on things. Like, I'm going to do this. And I've taken in the last couple weeks and a little bit before that, getting ready. Like, I want to improve. I want to take a jump. Now, for 20 years of like stagnation and a little bit of like, hey, I'm going to push and go out there and like actually try, I've made incredible improvements in the last 2 weeks. And the more you like know your craft, even just in a stagnation state of 5 years or 10 years of like, yeah, I know my way around a camera. Once you try to start to learn or push it, it's like, it's so much easier. Like you have that base level behind you of like, oh, I know where all this stuff is. I know where the basics are. Let me put it all together and improve myself and keep going. And the only thing I can say is like, it takes a little bit of the effort to say like, hey, I'm going to reach for these higher clients. I'm going to put together a pitch deck. Yeah, it'll take 2 hours, but I'm going to do that because I think it'll help me somewhere down the road. I think where we get stuck is like, I'm just going to do like what I've been doing and just treading water. Even if you're doing like one little thing, like one little reach out a day, or I'm going to send an email to one company a day. It literally will be a copy and paste job and take me 5 minutes start to finish, but I'm going to do that every day. That's not hard. I can do it with my morning coffee. Just anything that's a progression versus stagnation is, I think, it's hard for you not to improve. Like I tell my kids at school, like it's literally hard to fail at middle school. Like you have to almost try. Like if you're doing anything, you're going to be succeeding and passing on and going, not passing on dying. Let's be clear, passing on to the next grade.
Yeah. No, and I feel like there's so many ways to avoid treading water. So your suggestion was I'm going to do an outreach email every single day. Another one could be, and this was one that, I think I tried by accident just because simply somebody who I was talking with needed this. And that was a interview styled video. I'd never done one of those. But, and I had said that. I said,
Yeah.
I've never done one of these. I think I know how they're done. Like I'm confident I can do one for you.
Mhm.
And what else are your options? No, I don't do that. That's treading water. Versus, I could do this. Let's figure it out. So there's another
Yeah.
example. I mean, what are some more, do you think?
I think trying
Upping your
to
prices, just simply as that, like being uncomfortable. I'll answer first because I forgot one to say.
Mhm. Mhm.
In that same email, when I was giving my price ranges, I know myself, okay, to an extent. I'm still learning myself every single day, but I know this about myself, and that is, in the moment, when I'm quoting, I price everything going smoothly at both ends. Minimal amount of work, exceptional amount of work. Scope of work. I price everything in an idealistic state of mind because I'm in front of my computer, I'm relaxed, I can clearly envision everything, and I forget to add on monies for the extra edit or the fact that you've probably just underestimated your timeline. So now I'm getting in the habit of trying to still staying within fair range, of course, but reminding myself, hey, buddy, you have the tendency to underprice. So I know this feels uncomfortable right now when you're in front of your laptop, relaxed and giving these prices that seem high, but you need to go even higher because it always, if we look back at your track record, takes more time than what you think. And so that was really uncomfortable for me. Just simply saying, we're going to go 500 more because I have that tendency. And it's another example of like knowing yourself.
Yeah, knowing the workflow, knowing how it kind of all comes together, and knowing the feeling at the end of like, whoops, I underestimated that, or gave them a quote, underquoted that.
Whoops.
Now it's hurting me. Whoops. And a killer move is to quote higher, reasonably higher, and then charge them less.
If it was less, yeah, it's
sure,
very nice.
sure.
I've never done that, but I can see why. If I was on the receiving end of that, I'd be like, "Damn, what a virtuous person!
What a like it took him less time, and he actually paid me less, or charged me less.
Yeah, sure.
I'm using that guy. Like, I trust him.
Sure,
it's
as long as it's sincere and not like a ploy.
No, sure, yeah, sure. I mean, if there's room, but I think the little bit shady, but understandably, part of us would be like, oh, they agreed to 5,000. This actually took me way less time, like, but they agreed to 5,000. That's what it costs. Versus being like, you know what? I thought this would take 33% more. Like, I'm going to charge 3,500 because that's really what it took. I brought my car. I got one of my dad's old cars, I don't know, 20 years ago at this point, and it was an old car, but I was proud of it. It was one of my first vehicles, and I took it to a mechanic, and I was like, I was basically throwing my wallet at him, like, hey, let's fix this up. Like, I want this to run really well. Like, what can we do to make this better? And he was like, honestly, I wouldn't do anything until like there's a problem. It's fine. And I was like, I'm throwing money at you, and he was like, I wouldn't, if it were me, I wouldn't do that. Like, let's just drive it. And if things start to happen, let's fix those. Let's not. And I was like, well, you now have my business for life.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
So it's just a small example, but I think you're right, is in terms of learning yourself and knowing where to price things. And also, you can learn that by accident sometimes. Like, people out there will, especially if you start doing relatively repetitive things, like, let's say cabin shooting for me. Like, now, if it's 4 hours away versus 1 hour away, really makes a difference.
Yeah, no doubt.
In the beginning, I'd be like, I'll go anywhere, sure, for any amount of money. Like, let's go. Now it's like, this is a big difference in terms of hassle, or like commitment, or
Mhm.
even on the other end, who's watching the dogs, who's taking care of the house. So you get to a point where you start charging sort of like, I don't care if you deny this cost, but like, I'll do it if you're crazy enough to be like, yeah, that's worth it. And bumping it up that way, and then realizing people are okay with that price. And you're like,
Mm.
oh, people are okay with this price for that amount of work. Okay. Like, I'm going to up my prices because they're seeing the value in what it is. And I'm not saying like crazy, like you're price gouging them, but getting paid fairly, I think, is something that photographers and marketers and everything are always struggling to find that line between, like, hey, this is like the bread and butter to your business.
Yeah, and everybody
know?
has a different understanding of where that line is.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. Speaking of, what are your thoughts on,
Okay.
I've seen this a lot on the Airbnb community, or like cabin shooters, like sort of thing, but people using your photos to then, let's say you kind of had this actually. So you have a case study, people using your photos and then using AI to change the season or make it a snowy scene when you took a summer video, or changing the backgrounds but keeping the subject, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What are my thoughts on it? Would you say
Yeah.
people as in the client changing it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I licensed you the original work, not derivatives for you to make forever. I literally had that case study
Yeah.
because
That's right.
I shot a product and the enterprise just kept changing I guess I can say it was a phone case.
Mhm.
And it was the enterprise just kept changing the designs of the phone case within the scene. And the conversation was, I didn't license you the ability to do that.
Right.
Because you would have to hire me to do that. You would have to hire a person like me, a photographer like me, to shoot all those different cases. Now I understand that you have the ability, the ease and the ability at your fingertips now with the power of this technology to be able to simply do that as someone who doesn't have a background in photo image editing, etc. So I get what you're trying to do. But if you wanted that capability, I would have licensed you the ability to create an unlimited amount of derivatives from that work. I licensed you the original as it is.
Yeah.
Without manipulations. I mean, like, you want to throw a filter on it, whatever. But are we making drastic changes that are, in this instance, showcasing the ability for people to book in fall, winter, spring, summer? That's a lot more revenue that I didn't license to you.
Right.
If in the conversation that was something that you wanted, that's a totally different licensing fee.
Yeah.
And fortunately, in my case study, the person understood that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, so our settlement was pay me this extra and you can continue to do what you're doing for the remainder of time. And that was good with everybody. And then I think if you recall, I said, by the way, if you ever need a professional, it ended well. I actually ended up pitching the more business after the step before suing.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
yeah.
And the way I feel like I was able to do that was, hey, I have knowledge on this stuff so that you can avoid future legal problems with photographers who maybe don't understand this stuff. I understand it too. I'm literate. I'm not an expert, but I understand this stuff. And if working with a professional that is literate to a degree in that sense is important to you, like, let's work together, and then you won't ever run into a problem like this with anybody else. And I'll give you all your licensing, and everything will be by the book, and you'll sleep easy knowing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so
That's
how do
good.
I feel about what you said? I feel like it's bogus. It's a bad deal unless you're getting paid for it.
Right. I think it's going to come up more and more as the programs become more mainstream and it's easier to do those kinds of things. And
Yeah, I'd be putting that in my contracts. Only the original works are licensed. Derivatives are not.
Yep.
And having that conversation, if this is something that's coming up, hey, are you planning to alter these to be used? And the good thing about the technology for them is that, like, and not so good for us, is like, just walk outside with your iPhone and take a picture of your cabin, the exterior, and do all the AI season stuff to that. And then call in the pros, I guess, for like the interiors or the lifestyle stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, how many photographers do you need to come by for exterior photos of a cabin? That's something I've never really understood. And that's something we talk about. Like, you have Warner's Camp, thousands of photos of the beautiful log cabin. Do you need another from me? No. I'll take it from my own portfolio. You have 1,000 of these. And I don't know what my hand is doing. I'm sassy. So it's all like rubbery.
Hey, you wiggled your finger.
Yeah.
Remember that clip from Princess Bride?
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Daniel, put that clip in.
There doesn't need much time for dilly-dallying.
You just wiggle your finger. That's wonderful.
I've always been a quick eater.
Hey, you wiggled your finger. I've always been a very fast healer. That's how I feel. Like I'm starting to move.
No idea what you're talking about.
Daniel will put it in. I'll find it.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I like this comfortable spot. I think I might be here for life.
Comfy couch?
3 years from now, I'm like, I'm still working on my back, man. So gonna have to lay down.
Family Guy. Daniel, put this clip in too. It's like Family Guy where Peter lays on the couch for so long that it becomes fused to his back, so he walks around everywhere with it on his back.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to sleep on the couch on the couch. Chris, give me a hand with this.
That's right.
It's going to be you. Maybe we can prop your face on it.
Yeah. Just one more thing. I want to say thank you for everyone that's reached out after hearing the episode. And yeah, absolutely. One of our favorite guests, Rachel Bradley from Australia.
Oh, nice.
She reached out last night.
Yeah. Guest and listener.
Big time listener. And was like, oh, I'll send you some treats from Australia. And I was like,
Aussie Bites.
Absolutely. Make it happen. But yeah, everyone, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no. She ships them by boat. They get there moldy.
Hopefully my back's cured by the time I get them.
It's fermented food. It's to make you feel better.
Yeah.
All right. So we're rolling into 2026. We got guests lined up. If you're tired of Aaron and I,
too bad.
We got guests rolling in, and I'm excited.
We got some retreat potential. Breaking news.
It's too early to announce, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. But we're working on it.
For new listeners, we do an annual photography retreat, TPM retreat. Last year's been Alaska. This year is something different. Couldn't do Alaska 3 times in a row. A much more accessible price point.
Yep.
By a lot. So be on the lookout for that. If you trying to gain insider information, message us.
Yeah.
And we can divulge what little we can, but it's too soon to get people excited here.
Yeah.
It'll be fun though.
Definitely.
And warm. Right?
Yeah. Pretty warm
that time. Okay.
Pretty nice.
All right. That's all I say. Till next time.
Yeah. See ya.
Adieu.